It's Kathleen from COZ Creations. Welcome to my happy place, the No Bra Zone. I'm glad you're here with me. I'm going to be doing a cool little swipe thing that I fiddled with the other night using my flexible plastic. This is actually a cover of a report cover, you know, the plastic top. And I cut it off and I cut them into different pieces. You've seen me use this before, but I'm going to be swiping, and as I swipe I'm going to slowly pick up one edge, which gives it kind of a cool effect. So I'm going to play with that a little bit. Before I get started today, I've had a lot of people ask me to do a video on how I mix my paints. And I haven't done that yet for the main reason there are so many good videos out there. Molly from Molly's Artistry, she has an excellent video where she's done graphs and all kinds of stuff for paint mixing. And the best advice I think she gave me when I watched her video is you really and truly have to find your own way, what works best for you. And I have found what works best for me. I don't measure my paints anymore. I got it down to just how it feels in my cup and what it looks like when my paint drips off my popsicle stick. It leaves very little bit of a mound. I think Karen Durson from Waterfall Acrylics made a comment that stuck into my head. It's like warm honey falling off of your popsicle stick. So the reason I haven't done a video is because there are so many factors. Your paint consistency. Are you using a heavy body paint, which would take more pouring medium and possibly some water? Are you using a high flow paint, which takes less pouring medium? But how I get started, a rule of thumb for me is I pour them in these little Dixie cups, and I usually pour my paint just below this blue line, and then I add my pouring medium until my paint is covered. And then I stir it and I feel the consistency of it, and at that point I decide whether or not I'm adding more pouring medium to it or not. I very, very rarely use water. The reason for that is my pouring medium is very fluid. Most people use Floetrol or glue, or Glue-All, excuse me, and that is a little thicker than my pouring medium. My pouring medium is 75% Floetrol, and then I add 25% of Golden GAC 800, which is very fluid. So I very rarely need to add any water to it. How do I mix my pouring medium? Because people have asked me that. What does that mean, 75% to 25%? I mix it in this big old jug. And what I do is I come 75% up this jug with my Floetrol, and then I add my Golden GAC 800 the rest of the way, and then I stir it really, really well. And every time I use it, I re-stir it because the Floetrol is heavier than the GAC 800, and it goes to the bottom. Now I always strain my Floetrol. Heather Mader, on I think her second to last video, had found a cap that strains, that you put on top of your Floetrol container that strains it as you go. I have not been able to find that yet. So I buy these. It's a package of like 6 of them for 90 cents. They go into the top of the container that I'm putting my pouring medium in, and then I strain my Floetrol. Floetrol has a lot of gunk in it. It cakes up. It just gets a lot of goobers. So always strain your Floetrol. So basically, mixing your paints, find your own way. Get to the consistency. If one consistency isn't working, Add more pouring medium, add less pouring medium. You have to find your own way. And when you do, guys, when it clicks and all the stars are aligned, it's a really, really good feeling. So enough about paint mixing right now. Let's talk about our colors today. My base coat is mixed with my pouring medium, 75% Floetrol to 25% GAC 800. And this is a Rust-Oleum paint that I got at Lowe's. And they now have several colors, and I really enjoy them. This is called Metallic Champagne, and that is what my base coat is. My swiping colors are going to be Artist Loft Black. This is Deco Art Extreme Paragot, and I will post a picture of all the paints throughout the video for you all. This is my all-time fave. This is my golden, it's iridescent pearl. I have the wrong bottle here. This is golden iridescent pearl. This is Deco Art Metallics Rich Espresso. It's a really nice shiny earth tone, nice brown. We're working with all the earth tones today. That's my jam, guys. This is Deco Art Extreme Sheen. This is copper. And our last color is Chroma Molten Metals, and this is the Xanadu Gold. Real pretty gold. It's got a nice little orangey hue to it. So there you have it. Swiping tool today of choice is our flexible plastic. A lot of people, if you can't get your hands on this, use the paint sample cardboard that you can get in the paint department at Lowe's or Home Depot and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and get quiet, put on some music that I like to paint to, and put on some cool, funky music for you all. So thanks for joining me, guys. Happy painting day to each and every one of you.